I had a whole strategy for staying calm, distant and unaffected. But the moment you walked in, every rule I made quietly collapsed. I rehearsed indifference in my head all morning, yet 3 seconds into seeing you, I forgot every line I practiced. I told myself I'd stay in control today, but your presence rewrote the script before the scene even began. There was a version of me who planned to handle you carefully. Then you arrived and erased him completely. I thought I was prepared for you, but preparation means nothing when feelings move faster than logic. I walked in confident, composed, and ready. Then you showed up and turned certainty into chaos. I had boundaries mapped out like a battlefield, and you crossed all of them just by standing there. I underestimated how quickly your energy dismantles my best intentions. I planned to keep my distance, but you shortened it without taking a single step. Everything I decided beforehand felt smart, until you smiled and made it irrelevant. I didn't expect my resolve to be so fragile in your presence, but here I am, undone in seconds. I had answers ready, emotions locked away. Then you arrived and asked nothing at all. The plan was self-control. The result was surrender disguised as silence. I believed I could predict how today would go, until you reminded me how unpredictable you are. I walked in with armor. You walked in with nothing, and somehow I'm the one exposed. I was ready to manage the situation, not the reaction you pulled out of me so effortlessly. 3 seconds was all it took for my confidence to turn into quiet fascination. I had intentions, but you had timing, and timing always wins. I expected resistance from myself. I didn't expect this kind of pull. I planned to stay detached, but detachment doesn't survive eye contact with you. Everything I thought I knew about control feels laughable now. I told myself you wouldn't affect me this time, and that lie lasted exactly as long as your arrival. I had the upper hand until you reminded me how easily I lose it around you. I prepared for conversation, not for the way your presence shifts the air. I thought I'd mastered restraint, but you keep finding the cracks. I had composure planned, not the quiet storm you awakened. I didn't expect my thoughts to scatter the moment you stepped into the room. I planned to stay rational, but something about you always rewires me emotionally. I had a version of today mapped out. You burned the map. I assumed I'd stay unreadable, yet you seemed to read me without trying. I was ready to play it cool. Then you made cool feel dishonest. I planned to observe, not to feel this intensely, this fast. I didn't plan on losing my rhythm, but you disrupted it just by existing. I thought I'd learned from last time, but you keep proving I haven't. I had distance planned, you replaced it with tension. I walked in expecting control, but left questioning my own resolve. I told myself today would be different. Then you arrived and proved me wrong again. I prepared for a moment. You turned it into an experience. I didn't expect you to unravel me without saying a word. I had limits set, yet you make them feel optional. I came in grounded. You lifted everything off balance. I planned to stay guarded, but you have a way of making walls feel unnecessary. I underestimated how quickly you disarm me. I thought I could handle you calmly. Turns out calm isn't possible here. I rehearsed restraint. You inspired honesty instead. I planned for logic, but emotion arrived first. I expected control over the moment, not surrender to it. I had distance in mind. You brought closeness without effort. I didn't expect my confidence to soften so quickly. I planned to keep my feelings hidden, but you make hiding feel exhausting. I told myself I was ready for you. Clearly, I wasn't. I prepared to stay unaffected, but you've never respected my preparations. I had rules. You arrived and turned them into suggestions. I thought I'd mastered patience, but you make impatience feel alive.